Brilliance or bullshit.
Welcome back to Brilliance or Bullshit. I'm your host, Christopher Vaughn, and today we're going to be talking about CEO.CA, one of Canada's leading websites for investors talking about venture stocks in the Canadian marketplace. So without further ado, let's get it.
Moderate Media.
I mean, the reality is, on this website, just like it is elsewhere in the world, not all voices should really be created equal. Not everyone has the same thing to say. Unfortunately, the internet kind of gives everybody the same weight. The reality is there are certain users who, over my several years of being on this site, I've come to realize provide lots of value, okay? More than your average bear. And so one way to find these users, obviously, is if you go to the CEO.CA homepage, again, go to the community tab. There's a tab called users, and this is the most followed users. There's not always a direct correlation between being the most followed or part of the most followed and being the most valuable, but it's pretty high, right? So most of these people who have been considered the most followed are that way for a reason. So you're going to have a mix of people. Some are just regular investors. Some are newsletter writers. Others are public company officials. We have all kinds of people who will find themselves on that list. You have more traders, more investors, geologists, financial market guys. I mean, there's all kinds of people who are bringing all their knowledge, right? And so this is a great place to start. Another way to find users specific to companies that you might already be interested in is if you go to that company channel, you'll see that there's a search tab up in the top right-hand corner of the chat box. Now, this search tab is specifically for the channel that you're in. And if you go ahead and click on it, you'll see that you can filter your results by types of users. And what I tend to like to do, and other users do as well, is filter the users by most trusted. I spoke to Luke Tenhava, another very valuable user at CEO.CA, about this topic specifically. And here's what he had to say.
I do use the trusted user filter a lot because it's not that other people do not add value, but there's sometimes just too much to go through. So if you set a filter of show me trusted users, that helps me a lot.
So as Luke said, in a nutshell, by filtering your results by the trusted user tab, you cut out a large amount of the noise that's going to be in the channel. This is going to help you in a large way be able to actually sift through, maybe get a better understanding from users who are trusted by the community in general, to really dive deeper into the companies that you're interested in. The other way to find people to follow is by connecting with your other connections and asking them who the best people are to follow. Sometimes it's just a matter of reaching out in direct message and making that connection. And from there, you'll actually be able to really develop and benefit going forward together. Now you got your watch lists together. They're populated with some companies that you like, some companies maybe you haven't heard of, but you use the public watch list to go ahead and find. You probably also got your follows in there already. And these might be divided up into different watch lists. It's really up to you and how you decide to do that. But now we're going to come right back down to that main question again. How do I find the companies, right? So obviously, as we mentioned, the watch list, right? That's great. Tagging is great. You can follow that thread and you can find out about different companies, different people active maybe in a certain area, other people's opinions that are based on that area or different companies that are similar. And these are ways for you to find out new names for you to dive into more yourself, to really do the due diligence it takes to not just be throwing your money down a toilet when you're investing in this space. But what other ways can we find companies? The most obvious way is to go to CEO.CA's homepage and click on the Companies tab. I know, sounds crazy, right? Obviously, this place is going to be where you're going to find the most companies. But if you go and you check out in the company tab, you'll see that there are different ways to filter the different companies. You can filter them by exchanges. So are they on the TSX, TSXV, CSE, so on and so forth. You can also filter them by companies that are trending. So trending within chats. You can also sort them by anomalies. So which companies are really trading in a very anomalous way. This can be a very early warning sign or an early signal of companies that you might want to pay attention to because there's something happening. And sorting it by market cap is a very valuable way of doing it. But you can also do it by other things. Trading volume. not just anomalous trading volumes, but trading volume in general. You can have a look at it that way. And then your more regular way of sorting these companies. So we do have a way of looking at the top gainers and the top losers on the different exchanges, whether it be the TSX, TSXV, or CSE. So these are great little ways to find out and have a look at companies that you should look further into yourself. If you have any comments or questions, anything about this video, drop them down in the comment section below. I'll be there. I'm happy to answer all your questions. The other thing you can do is head on over to moderatemedia.ca. You can throw any questions you want at me over there on that site. Or conversely, obviously, head over to CEO.CA. Sign up there, guys. I'm on there every day. My handle is Vaughn. You can reach out to me through direct messages or post in my personal channel. Do whatever you'd like, but I'm always around. I'm always open for a chat, and I look forward to hearing from you. So, other than that, thanks for listening, guys, today, and we'll see you next time.
Moderate Media.